Hey everybody, it's January 2nd, 2023. It is day 2 of the Carnivore Challenge, or day 1, depending upon whether you started yesterday or today. It really doesn't matter. It's January, it's World Carnivore Month, and I hope that I've influenced people or helped to influence people to try the Carnivore Diet and try some fitness and see if it works for you like it has for me. Today I want to talk about, first off, what I did today. I woke up at 5 a.m., made my coffee, went to the beach, watched the sunrise, saw the orange before the sunrise, which is like 45 minutes before the sunrise. It was beautiful. So I started my day well, went home, packed my bag, went to the gym. I spent a lot of time at the gym, I believe 2+ hours. Had a blast, lots of people there. Shout out to Norm. Norm and I talked about diet and nutrition, and I told Norm about my YouTube site and said, listen to it, watch it, or whatever. And hopefully that helps you, Norm. And Pete as well. So that got to me thinking about what helps me, all the people over the years that I've listened to that's gotten me to this point right now. So I wrote a list down, and I want to share with you who has influenced me and what keeps me in the game. It helps me when people are negative towards this particular diet or way of life. It just reinforces everything for me to know that there's a lot of pretty smart people out there who are doing it, and who have a lot of science behind what they're doing. So I listen to it, it gets me ready for the gym, put my hat on backwards, and I go for it. So I wrote them down. I'm going to look at this piece of paper right here. First and foremost, Dr. Sean Baker from Revero, R-E-V-E-R-O. Dr. Anthony Chafee, Plant Free MD. Dr. Paul Saladino, Fundamental Health. Dr. Judy Cho, I believe it is. It could be Choi. I'm not sure. I think it's Cho, C-H-O. Nutrition with Judy. Keto Savage, that is Robert Sykes. He's also the owner of the Keto Brick, which is a product that I promoted on my first video that I used for 5 months. Since I have since been strict carnivore since May, but I did use the Keto Brick with beef prior to that. So Keto Savage, Robert Sykes, he's got like, I don't know, 6 years worth of podcasts. They all do. Ketogenic Bodybuilding with Rob Goodwin. Peak Human with Brian Sanders. Others that I've listened to that have helped influence me is Tom Bilyeu. Tom's a big influence for me. Tom's the inventor of the Quest Nutrition Bar along with his wife Lisa. Both Tom and Lisa have podcasts. Tom's is called Impact Theory. Lisa's is called Woman's Impact Theory. Other influences, the Model Health Show with Sean Stevenson. Sean's fantastic. He doesn't necessarily follow the ketogenic or the carnivore diet, but he's great. Again, he keeps you in the game. And he's super smart and very well educated, and I like listening to him. Some of the influences that are out there in the exercise industry, for what it's worth, a lot of, like I think I said it in the other podcast, a lot of these guys are genetic freaks, star athletes that have always had muscles. They had muscles when they came out. They get into lifting weights and they tell everybody how to eat, and that ketogenic diet or the carnivore diet is crap, and that you should basically eat all these carbs and whatnot. When you have a tremendous amount of muscle, that may be the case, or may not be, I'm not sure. What I do know is that a lot of people use testosterone, they use steroids, and their body requires an awful lot of energy to produce this muscle. I do not take any sort of TRT, which is testosterone replacement therapy. I do not take any sort of steroid. The only thing I take is a pre-workout drink. So I think that the majority of average people could really benefit from the carnivore diet and just some basic form of exercise. Does it have to be what I do? No. That's why I'm not exactly specific with what I'm doing. It's what I like to do, and it's what works for me. Some people may not like to lift weights. If you don't like to lift weights, then do some push-ups, do some sit-ups, do some crunches, do some pull-ups, do some bodyweight squats, go for a walk, go for a run. There, done. I might very well have the same body if I just did that. I don't even know. I just know I do all that stuff, but I just like to lift weights. I like to be at the gym. I like to talk to people at the gym. It's a great environment, and I really enjoy it. Do you have to? No, not necessarily, but you do have to move your body. And the last thing I want to talk about is basically calories in, calories out. Once again, you hear it all the time. I'm sure if you listen to other things, that is what they say, and that is actually true. But if you're coming from a regular American diet and you go to a carnivore diet, I think when people say you can eat as much meat as you want, you won't gain weight and you will lose weight. I believe what they're referring to is when you come off years of abuse in your body and your metabolic function is messed up, your stomach's messed up. I'm pretty sure that's what they're referring to. You eat a bunch of meat, and because you're not having the other stuff, your body does lose a tremendous amount of water. I think I lost 12 pounds in my first week of January last year from all the water that I had in my body. Your body does stabilize itself, 2-week period, 3-week period. Then it kind of does actually matter, unless you're happy with the 20 pounds that you lost, or whatever it is that you lost, then have at it. If you actually want to get fit, 12% body fat, 9% body fat, then you actually do have to track how many calories you're expending and how many calories you're taking in. At least I do, and I told you before, mine's 3,000. I take in 3,000 calories, I burn 3,000 calories. I do the same thing every single day. Now, if I want to lose 3-4 pounds, which I may do, well, guess what has to go? The calories have to go, or the activity has to increase. Because I'm already working out for an hour and a half a day, and I've limited my cardio to 30 minutes on purpose, mind you, because I was going longer, and it gets kind of crazy if you really get into it. So I purposely limited my cardio to 30 minutes. What does that tell me? If I still plan on doing an hour weights and 30 minutes of cardio, then something has to go, and it's probably going to be the heavy whipping cream. I hate to say it, but yeah, that's how it works. Calories in, calories out, even with carnivore. However, once again, I'm not going to tell you how many ounces to eat of meat, because if you are 50 pounds overweight, just eat meat. If you feel like snacking, just eat more meat. You're going to be fine until the stabilization period. Again, for me, roughly 3 weeks in, that's when, you have to actually figure out, the Apple Watch is a big help with calories in, calories out. So I hope that has been helpful, and try to check out those podcasts, because they have all the information that I've listened to, that I don't have it. Just listen to them and do what I do, and you will be fine. Take care.